Yes, hello everyone. Good evening. Hello. Good evening, YouTube babies. Come, let's learn paper one now. I think you will be surprised today because it is Tuesday and I'm here. Yes. So today we are going to study some paper one. Yes, good evening. Welcome to our the live session of paper one class. YouTube babies, let's learn some paper one today. Yes, I think you're surprised because most Tuesdays I won't be here. Ankita will be here, but today I thought of like making you surprised by giving some paper one topics. Yes, guys, welcome everyone. Can we just start? Yes, good evening, good evening. Hello, hello. I can see the live chats. Good evening, good evening. Yes, can we start now? Today we are going to look some of the questions from the higher education part. So yes, hello, good evening, good evening. So guys, higher education is a very important topic in the you like UGC net paper one. They can ask questions basically from the commissions, from the establishment of universities, colleges, and last year they have asked some questions regarding the value education too, and they can have questions from the ancient education and also some of the governing bodies, mainly regarding with the higher education like UGC, NCRT, in NAC and all. Like we can have an basically you can have questions from National Policy on Education, NEP 2020, National Educational Policy too. And NEP 2020, when you should focus on all other commissions like pre-independent and post-independent. Okay. So this is a basic syllabus that we have for higher education. And also there is a surprising factor in higher education that there is policies and governance in the and like administration also in the syllabus of higher education. And they can ask some questions from the policies and also from the governance. Like there are only like a small amount of questions, but that is also an important part. And in our all online Q series of higher education, I have told you that you should study all those policies like regarding with the educational policies of government and all those administration, like how this a bill is passed, how an education bill is passed, how some like how the Lok Sabha Rajya Sabha works, how the what all things are, what all things constitute the parliament, all those things like with a general aspect of policies and governance or like what do you have you don't want to study like a UPSC aspirant, how they study about the polity and all. Not like that, but a few things regarding the policies and governance also you should know. Yes, I think you are ready with it, ready with the higher education part. Yes, very good to go. Yes, thank you guys. Yes, good evening. Good evening. Thank you for your love and all. So we can start with the first question. I can see the answers in the chats and I should get the answers from you guys. Which of the following was not a feature of the National Policy on Education 1986? I told you that's an important part, National Policy on Education. So when 2000 National Policy on 2000 Education 2020 was there, and there was a discussion also, there was a comparison in 1986 policy also because like the previous policy before 2020 was on 1986 and before that 1968 you have. So these policies are like the national policy on education of 1986 are also being discussed where there is a comparison or there is a evaluation done on 1986 policy, whether it is like all those recommendations recommended in the 1986 policy was done or not. So that is being done. So you should actually like what get an idea of national policy on education of 1986 too when you study 2020. Yeah, the answers are like mandating computer education. You think it is a not a feature of national policy on education 1986? Yes, actually, guys, it was a feature of 1986. As you have, computer education was was on the brim to start on that year. So, national policy on education to emphasize that. Common school system for all was not a feature of national policy on education, and they didn't recommend that. Operation Blackboard was a very important aspect or very important recommendation given by 1986 policy, where it was based on the infrastructural development of the primary schools. That means basic infrastructure like maybe like blackboards, or like infrastructure like maybe with the buildings or with the benches, desk, and all with the infrastructural facilities. That means to develop the infrastructural facilities in the primary schools. That was with the Operation Blackboard, and emphasis on adult education was there, and also mandating computer education was also there, and where common school system for all was not there for national policy on education 1986. Yes, I think my explanation is clear. Can we move on to the next one? Question 2. Which of the following initiatives is focused on improving the quality of faculty in higher education? Is it GIAN or TCUP or PMMNMTT and RUSA? RUSA, it's not the quality of faculty in higher education, but it's regarding with the higher education part, not with the quality of faculty. So you should read in between the questions and then answer. That's what. So improving the quality of faculty in higher education, which one you will go with? Rosa? Hmm. Okay. Answers? Yes. Can we move on to the answers? Yeah. The answer is PMMMNMMT. And the full form of PMMMNMTT is Pandit Madan Mohan Malavya National Mission on Teachers and Teaching. So that is the initiative focused on improving the quality of faculty in higher education. That is Pandit Madan Mohan Malavya National Mission on Teachers and Teaching. Is it? Now, you should arrange the following states in descending order in terms of GER ratio. That means gross enrollment ratio. I told you several times in the online Q series and all. I used to tell that the gross enrollment ratio parts are very important. You can have, because gross enrollment ratio is emphasized on or recommended on the NEP 2020. So it's very important, guys. You should learn about that. So here you have to arrange the GER, like according to the descending order, you should arrange the GER states, sorry, gross enrollment ratio in states. Tamil Nadu is there, Kerala is there, Uttarakhand is there, Sikkim is there, Himachal Pradesh is there. Which one you will go with? Yeah, I can see the full forms of ROSA and all typing in the chats. Yes, good guys. It is Rashtriya Hdar Shiksha Abhiyan, correct one. Which one goes with the highest gross enrollment ratio? Gross enrollment ratio, what do you mean by that? The enrollments happened in that year. The ratio which describes the like the enrollments compared to the total number of like age group, like which all age group it is defined. So the total number is taken and the enrollment is taken and the ratio is found out. Like you can basically go to the like like smaller state, then you can you will get the answer. Descending order means from the greatest to the smallest. Okay, I am having the answers like option B, 2 and all. Yeah, you are telling the age group correct. It is DAECB. D means it's Sikkim first. That means the highest descending, the highest GR ratio. Then going with Tamil Nadu, then it is Himachal Pradesh, then it is Uttarakhand, and last it is Kerala. Okay, so this is the descending order in terms of GER in higher education. That's it. So next one. Sikkim it is 53.9 is the GER, gross enrollment ratio. That means out of all the like what do you have the persons in the group of 18 to 23 years, that is the age group of GER ratio. Comparison of the ratio, you have to have all the members, all the persons in the group of 18 to 23. Out of that, the 53.9 percentages or 53.9 ratio is inside the, like, is taking admissions or enrolling in a program of higher education. Tamil Nadu it is 49, Himachal it is 39.6, and Uttarakhand it is 39.1, and Kerala it is 37. So the national average or national GER ratio to the higher education is near to 28 or like near to 30, and the NEP emphasized or NEP recommended to improve it to or raise to 50 GER 50 by 2035. Next question. Which report is associated with the introduction of the national curriculum framework in India? NCF. NCF we have, and also like several states curriculum framework also we have. Which report is associated with the introduction of the national curriculum framework in India? Is it Eshpal Committee? Is it J.S. Verma Committee, or is it National Knowledge Commission, or is it National Policy on Education 1986? Which one you'll go with, guys? Yes, I'm looking at the chats. I need to see the answers. Yes, you are really well interacting. I am very happy with that. Thank you guys for interaction and all. Share this video to your friends and like this video if you love it, and like if it is interesting. Share it to your friends, those who are learning UGC net paper one. Let them also learn. Okay. Yes, your answers, some answers like 3, 4 and all, it's very like a complicated one. I think it's Yashpal committee report is the one which is associated with the introduction of the national curriculum framework in India. Next question. Which of the following entries of the Indian Constitution deals with the coordination and determination of standards in institutions for higher education or research or scientific and technical institutions? Basically, with the coordination and determination of standards in institutions. So, which is the following entries in Indian Constitution deals with that? Entry 63, entry number 64, entry number 65, or entry number 66? Which one of the entries? Because as you know, policies, governance, administration are all there in the syllabus of higher education. So this question can come. Indian Constitution can ask where they can ask questions regarding with the articles, entries, and all regarding with the education, like Right to Education Act, or maybe like with the fundamental duties wherever you have the education and all. They can ask. Okay, some answers like B. It is entry 66 is the answer. Fourth question, fifth question, the answer is 4, entry 66. Moving to the next question. Which of the following is or are a minority institution where Punjabi University in Patiala, Usmania University in Hyderabad, Kashmir University in Srinagar, St. Stephen's College, Delhi? Minority means an institution that is run by a minority category. It's very easy that from the name that you can get. And it's very important that you learn or you by heart, anyway you by heart the like the establishment year of these institutions. It's a very important one. In 2024, I remember that there was questions regarding the establishment years of the universities or colleges, famous colleges. Is it 2 and 4? Is it only 2? Yes. Okay, we can check the answer. The answer is 4 only. Only St. Stephen's College, Delhi is a minority institution. Osmania was established in 1918. Punjabi University was established in 1962. Kashmir University was established in 1948. And St. Stephen's was established in 1881. So this is the establishment years that just for information, please note it down. It will be useful in the like exams and all. During the British rule in India, next question, who among the who among the following is accredited with diverting the attention of the young Indians from Western education to Oriental education? So there was a what you know, sorry, there was a focus on Western education during the British rule. You know that from the from the Macaulay's minutes and all, and English education should be given emphasis and all. We're taken up into what do you mean by it was into consideration, and all those Western education was promoted. But who among the following, like, is it Macaulay? Obviously not Macaulay, because Macaulay gave emphasis to the Western education, or it was Dalhousie, that's Lord Dalhousie, or is it Annie Besant, or is it Ferguson? Western education to Oriental education. It is very simple that, like, who will promote oral education? Obviously, the answer goes with, yeah, the answers are correct. The answer is Annie Besant. Annie Besant was the one who diverted the attention of the young Indians from Western to Oriental education. Correct. Next question. Sorry. Concept of academic bank of credits in NEP 2020 is designed to facilitate credit transfer between institutions, provide financial assistance to students, promote online education, enhanced research funding, ABC. And this was like this will be discussed, and these are being discussed in our offline classes, online classes, and all. Academic Bank of Credit, that is an recommendation given by the NEP 2020, and there were questions regarding Academic Bank of Credits, and NCRT, and with the help of CBC, is implementing this Academic Bank of Credits in the schools. For what is that actually? Yes, it is to facilitate credit transfer between institutions. That is the correct answer. Superb. Yes, everyone have answered it correctly. Good. Superb. That's very great. Going to the next question. The main reason for low enrollment in vocational education courses in India is it due to high fee structure? Is it of lack of adequate infrastructure to impart vocational education? Or is it due to unavailability of large number of vocational courses? Or is it due to wrong perception of vocational education among students and parents? It's very easy that you can get the answer by reading the options. Vocational education courses. Vocational education courses. High fee structure, we can whether you can, I don't think so, whether you can have an idea for high fee structure in vocation. Obviously, vocational courses are like through the government, if it is done in a very low fee structure. Is it lack of adequate infrastructure? No, like we have adequate infrastructure and unavailability of large number. We have a large number of vocational courses. We have. So the answer goes here with wrong perception of vocational education among students and parents is the main reason for low enrollment in education, vocational education basically. That means they will think that like this is only like they will only get a like grade 4 job or low quality job. They won't be getting a white collar job. Okay, that's what they are thinking of. That's what. Question number 10. In the context of value education, which of the following stages will be considered a relatively advanced stage? So value education, I told you last time there was question regarding value education. It's a very important part. You can have like value education there. Like there's a syllabus in higher education, a unit like value, skill education. Although like last time there was a question regarding with skill education. So these things are important. Like small topics they can ask questions from, because they give emphasis, like as you know, NTA always unpredictable commission or unpredictable agency that you have. Obviously, they will put questions. So cover each and every topic, and then you should a better idea. Like if you have like not in depth, but if you have an idea, you can just relate with the question. Value education. Which of the following stages will be considered a relatively advanced stage? Is it value collection through imitation? Is it value assessment through inner evaluation, or value clarification through exposure, or value consolidation through integration? Which one you will answer? Sorry, my throat is a little bit irritated. B, the answers you are giving B answers, value assessment through inner evaluation. Maybe with the advanced stage, it is like a value consolidation through integration, right? Not with the inner evaluation, values are developed, but through integration. Like when you think about the think about the affective domains. After the like the like what do you learn in the Bloom's taxonomy of the affective domain? Just compare the taxonomy, hierarchy, and all. So you can get it with values like responding, receiving, responding, all those things, valuing. So like internalizing. Then come what you have is like the organizing, internalizing things is with the integration part. So that is an advanced stage. Okay, that's value consolidation through integration. Can we move on to the next question? Who is fully credited with the introduction of English education in India officially through the necessary order issued by Bentinck, that is William Bentinck, the Governor General of India, on 7th March 1835. So the date is very important. The year is very important. The name of Bentinck is very important. So who is with the introduction of English education? Is it Zachary Macaulay or Thomas Babington Macaulay, or is Alexander Duff or Charles Trevelyan? Very easy answer that you can have, because just we discussed who was mainly credited with the introduction of English education. That he was, and this person was only focusing upon the English education. That he emphasized, or he told that no, fund was to be given to the Oriental education or Oriental publications. Books should not be published. All those things was the recommendation of this. There was a report, so and there was a minutes of that report. That's called Macaulay's minutes, and the answer goes with Thomas Babington Macaulay. That's correct. Yes, also a downward filtration theory was insisted. Very great. It's Macaulay's minutes. Thomas Babington Macaulay, very good. You're studying higher education, you know better things. I think in Indian literature also you're studying these commissions, right? So that's what the when it is repeated, you will get these things. So every time you do this thing, you will get the answers. Fine. The National Education Policy 2020 proposes the establishment of multidisciplinary education and research universities. Multidisciplinary education research universities are envisioned to be at par with the Indian Institute of Technologies and Indian Institutes of Management in terms of quality of education. So, whether the NEP proposes a multi, that means MERUs, whether are they proposing the establishment of these multidisciplinary education and research universities, or are they with par of the Indian IITs and IIMs in quality of education? That means, do they want to have the same standards of IITs and IIM, or are they following the same standards of IITs and IIM? What do you think of? Is it statement one is true and one two is false, one is false and two is true, or both it is true or both it's false? Yes. Obviously, both the statements are true because establishing multidisciplinary education, actually NEP is focusing on that multidisciplinary thing. So obviously, multidisciplinary education research universities are to be established, and that is a recommendation of, or that is a proposal of NEP 2020. And these should be like IITs and the IIMs are the very prestigious or very, like, the toppermost institutions in our nation. So obviously IITs and IIMs are the benchmarks of the multidisciplinary education research university. It must be. So that's both statement one and two are true. Going with the next question. Yeah, we discussed this question already. That like the answer we it has been discussed. The gross enrollment ratio measures the number of students enrolled in higher education as a percentage of the eligible population aged between, is it 18 to 24, is it 19 to 25, or is it 18 to 23, 17 to 23? Which of them is the correct answer? It's a very simple one, very simple one. Just now we discussed which is the gross enrollment ratio, that the students enrolled in higher education as a percentage of the eligible population. So, which of the eligible population aged between? And you should look this between the enrollment in the higher education. That is the GER that provides the GER, gross enrollment ratio. Yeah, it is 18 to 23. That is the correct answer. 3 is the correct answer. Very good. Going with the next question. Which digital platform of Ministry of Education has been formed by merging three consortia initiatives, namely UGC Infonet Digital Library Consortium, NLIST, and Indus AICT Consortium? So, with the library name, which one goes with the answer? Shodh Ganga, E Shodh Sindhu, E Vidwan, and Shodh Shuddhi. It's a very easy question. Like we have discussed it very like empty of times in the live revisions here and also in the marathon revisions. Which of the digital platform has been formed by merging these initiatives? Is it Shodh Ganga? Is it E Shodh Sindhu? Or is it E Vidwan? Or is it Shodh Shuddhi? Yes, answers are coming. Very good. Very good. You can see the answers. The answer is E Shodh Sindhu. That is the correct one. Initiative aims to provide access to quality electronic resources, including full text, bibliographic, and factual databases to academic institutions in India. This is actually what E shows into. This is formed by merging the initiatives of UGC Infonet, Digital Library, NLIST, and Indus AICT. Next one. How many members of Rajya Sabha can be nominated by the President of India? So, to the Rajya Sabha, like although to Lok Sabha also, the President can nominate some members, and there are certain numbers that a president can nominate, like from his or her own powers. So, how many members? Is it 12? Is it 10? Is it 14? Or is it 16? Rajya Sabha, that is the upper house of the parliament. So it is not like Rajya Sabha, the elections are not directly done, and we are not like the common people is not electing the members in the Rajya Sabha. It is a representative election only. And there also, some members can be nominated by the President of India. And how many members are that? Is it 12? Is it 10? Or is it 14? Or is it 16? Yes, I can see the answers coming. Very good. Yes. This comes under the policies, governance, and administration. I told you there can be questions. So it is 12 members. That's it. Parliament, Parliament consists of three houses. Like it's three peoples, maybe like Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, and the president. Lok Sabha is the lower house. Rajya Sabha is upper house. So members there, like how many members are nominated, how many members are in their total. All those things we should have an awareness. Okay, that's it. So guys, that was the end of the session of paper on higher education for today. I think it was interesting. I think it was informative too. Every week we'll have paper one revisions like this. Learn with us. Learn. We can learn together, so we can make paper one very easy. Okay, paper one like maths, data interpretation sessions are coming every week. You should be here. Okay.